Okay, I thought I'd follow up because unfortunately this site was down during our meeting, so I just wanted to cover because it's probably the most important piece and the central place you'll be going. It's the thing that kind of connects everything together. And this is the Tiaga site, which is an open source project that does project management in the Agile sense. So I'm just going to click on this project here called the KM rollout one, which is the one that we're doing right now. One of the things I'd like you to do is to go there. It's if you just type taiga.io, again that's taiga.io, you can sign up for an account, and then what I can do is I can assign you to this team, and so this way we can assign people issues, and we know who's logging things and stuff like that. So the first thing is on the left-hand side here. This is just a timeline of activity that's happening. If I click on the first tab, or whatever that is, we're going to get to what's called the epics. The epics are very important because these are the functionality that we're delivering in this project. So I have everything for the entire project here. And then we have certain items that are in process. And these in process are the things that are in Sprint 1. If I click on this, I can look at the details of the individual things that we need to go through. Please feel free if there's something missing, that's something that we can add into here or modify, or something that you think that's not relevant. Because one of the ultimate thing is these epics should not be assigned to me. They rather should be assigned to business owners on your side of like who owns this particular epic. Now the epics are going to be used to kind of generate what our sprints were topics. So if we actually come to the next tab after the epics, it's going to be the backlog. And so all these items become backlog, and then they start getting assigned or done or worked on during the different sprints. So the first sprint was more an infrastructure thing. The second sprint is the one that we're just starting right now. So if you come into here, what you're going to see here is those are going to be those epics and or issues and or user cases generate be other things that are generating these items here on what's called the user story thing. And then they're going to show up in this new, and then it's a matter of just moving them over to in process as you're doing it. So a lot of the times what you'll see here is we want estimate models. Well, that's the epic thing that we were implementing, but we don't know the particular things that we need. So as we know them, we'll add those tasks in there, which then start flowing through this process here. So for example, estimating models we talked about is to get you guys to submit all the Excel models that you have or whatever models and start creating an inventory of them so we can determine that we have everything in scope. So each one of these epic things will have different tasks, and there'll be more than one task that involved, and these tasks will flow from left to right here. So at any given day, you want to know what we're working on. It's going to be always the in-process thing. Now the rule with Agile management is that we only work on or focus on the things that are in process. We try not to go beyond that. So if anything else is mentioned, it's kind of saying, well, that's kind of put into this queue that it's this icebox or whatever that we're going to discuss at a future date. There's also the ability to do issues here. So these issues are the ones coming from GitHub. They'll automatically be created here. But also, if you're not comfortable, so for example, if comments made it, and you know you made comments, but you don't agree with how the issue was formulated, or the issue is missing, or you would like to just create an issue because you don't feel comfortable with what we have so far, or I made an assumption which was incorrect, and you want to reopen an issue, say I closed an issue, I thought it was done, and you don't agree, and you want to open it up again, you guys have ownership of the issue list, not myself or Chris. You guys own the issue list. And so this issue list is, you can come in here and you can add your own, or you can update and make comments on existing ones. For example, I did that crossing projects that span multiple legal entities. So you come in here and we can start assigning it to people and tracking things and tracking documents and comments. So I just wanted to follow up. So even though we might have many systems in which you can generate an issue, they all come down to this issue, and this issue list is going to be the master issue list. And this is the issue list that you guys manage and you have access to. There's also the ability to do this the wikis if you want to put any information. So like say you need to communicate a bunch of stuff, and so we can do that. It uses this thing called Markdown mode. Don't worry about that, but if you are interested in it, it's very easy to learn Markdown. It's just as simple as that. Means heading, and then this is heading number 2 kind of thing. But that's if you want to have formatting, but you don't have to do that. So that's it. And the other neat thing about here, yeah, oh, the bookmarks, this doesn't do much. Okay, so and then we can look at our project team here. So we can project team. You get all these little. As you work more on this, it gives you little these icons, which is to represent how much you actually work on. So it kind of tracks who does what and how much time you spend in here. So it's always a good thing. I don't know if you're spending all your time in here is a good thing, but that's kind of where we're at. So hopefully that clears things up, and I apologize it didn't work earlier, and thank you very much.